What do you think of when you hear British cycling? Perhaps a flash of Olympic gold, the roar of the crowd on Alpe d'Huez, or maybe the quiet dominance of a man in yellow racing through Paris. British cycling has produced legends, men and women who've reshaped the sport, conquered continents and turned pain into poetry on two wheels, but only a handful have truly defined greatness. Today, on Bikeflix, we count down the top 10 greatest British cyclists of all time. And trust us, some of these names might surprise you. Number 10, Tom Simpson, the tragic trailblazer. Tom Simpson was Britain's first cycling superstar, charismatic, driven, and willing to suffer more than most. He rose to prominence in the 1960s when British riders were a rarity on the European scene. Simpson won the World Road Race Championship in 1965 and triumphed in races like the Tour of Flanders, Bordeaux-Paris and Milan-San Remo, a staggering achievement for a Brit at the time. He was also the first British rider to wear the yellow jersey in the Tour de France. But tragedy struck in 1967 on Mont Ventoux, pushing himself beyond limits. With heat, amphetamines and brandy in his system, Simpson collapsed and died mid-race. His final words, "Put me back on my bike." He was a flawed hero, but his courage and pioneering spirit opened the door for future generations. Number 9, Nicole Cooke, the forgotten champion. In an era when women's cycling was sidelined, Nicole Cooke fought and won with incredible consistency. At just 21, she became World Road Champion and Olympic gold medalist in the same year, 2008. A historic double. Cooke was a prodigy who dominated junior ranks and went on to win the Giro d'On and multiple World Cups. She retired early, disillusioned with the lack of support for women's cycling, but not before delivering one of the sport's most impassioned farewell speeches, criticising doping and institutional sexism. Her impact was both on and off the bike. She pushed the sport forward in a way stats alone can't measure. Number 8, Geraint Thomas, the gentleman grit. From track to road, Geraint Thomas is one of the most versatile British cyclists ever. He began with 2 Olympic gold medals on the track, then transitioned into a world-class road racer. In 2018, he stunned the world by winning the Tour de France, beating teammates and rivals alike with consistency, strength, and strategy. He's also won Paris-Nice, Critérium du Dauphiné, and podiumed at multiple Grand Tours. Known for his calm demeanour and dry Welsh wit, Geraint represents the evolution of a complete rider, humble, powerful, and always resilient. In the 7th position, Victoria Pendleton, the queen of the velodrome. With speed, grace, and intensity, Victoria Pendleton became a symbol of British track dominance. Between 2005 and 2012, she won 9 world titles and 2 Olympic golds, specialising in the individual sprint and keirin. Off the bike, she became a media icon, but always delivered under pressure, especially at the London 2012 Olympics, where she bowed out with silver and gold. Her rivalry with Australian Anna Meares became legendary, and her influence on women's cycling is immense. She made it visible, aspirational, and elite. In the 6th position, Chris Borman, the innovator, time trialist, engineer, and aerodynamic genius. Chris Borman wasn't just a champion, he was a revolution. He broke the hour record, won Olympic gold in 1992, and wore the Tour de France yellow jersey on multiple occasions. He was nicknamed the Professor for his attention to detail and obsession with marginal gains, a mindset that would later define British cycling under Dave Brailsford. Boardman's innovations laid the foundation for British dominance in the 2000s, both in terms of tech and mindset. Hey there, if you're enjoying this deep dive into Britain's cycling royalty, take a second to hit like and subscribe. It really helps a small but passionate channel like ours grow. Your comments, likes, and subscriptions aren't just numbers. They keep this ride going. So go on, show some love by hitting the subscribe button, and let's get back to the countdown. We enter now in the top 5. Laura Kenny, the nation's sweetheart of the track. With 5 Olympic gold medals and 7 World Championship titles, Laura Kenny is the most successful female British Olympian ever. Her specialty? Team pursuit and omnium, where her endurance, tactics and sprinting power have made her unbeatable. Her story of resilience, including multiple injuries and a premature birth of her son, has made her a national icon. Kenny combines tenacity and charm, making her both a ferocious competitor and a role model for aspiring athletes. In the fourth place, we have Mark Cavendish, the Manx Missile. Arguably the greatest sprinter in cycling history, Mark Cavendish has won 34 Tour de France stages, equaling Eddie Merckx's record. His sprint finishes are legendary, explosive, fearless, and perfectly timed. He also claimed the World Road Race title in 2011, won stages in all 3 Grand Tours, and wore the green jersey. After battling illness and depression, Cavendish made a miraculous comeback in 2021, winning 4 stages in the Tour. His story is about speed, yes, but also resilience, comebacks, and an iron will. Let's start with the podium of the greatest British cyclist of all time. In the top 3 we have Bradley Wiggins, the game changer. Bradley Wiggins redefined what British cyclists could achieve. A time trial wizard turned Grand Tour champion, Wiggins became the first Brit to win the Tour de France in 2012. That same year, he also won Olympic gold, cementing his place in history. He began as a track specialist, earning multiple Olympic and world titles, then evolved into a stage racer with unmatched precision. Known for his rockstar attitude and mod style, Wiggins made cycling cool, and his success inspired a golden era of British road racing. In the second place, Chris Froome, the Grand Tour king, 4 Tour de France wins, dos Vuelta a España, a Giro, 7 Grand Tours total. Chris Froome is the most successful British Grand Tour rider ever. His unique climbing style, relentless pacing, and ability to attack when least expected made him a nightmare for rivals. In 2018, his solo raid on the Colle del Finestre to win the Giro was one of the greatest rides in modern history. You can check our video about that incredible performance. Post-injury, his career faced challenges, but Froome's dominance from 2013 to 2017 remains legendary. He turned marginal gains into major triumphs. And at the top of the podium with the first place, Sir Chris Hoy, the titan of the track. With 6 Olympic gold medals and 11 world championships, Sir Chris Hoy is Britain's most decorated Olympic cyclist. A powerhouse in the sprint disciplines, Hoy combined explosive strength with humility and discipline. From Athens to Beijing to London, Hoy delivered performances that defined a generation. His leadership helped elevate British cycling as a global powerhouse. Beyond medals, Hoy's legacy is inspiration, proving that with work ethic and vision, British cyclists could dominate the world. So there you have it, 10 legends who turned Britain into a cycling superpower. From tragic pioneers to track titans and tour kings, these riders didn't just win, they inspired. But what do you think? Who did we miss? Who should be number 1? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let the debate begin. And if you love content like this, give us a like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell. Because on Bike Flicks, we don't just ride the race, we tell the stories behind it. See you on the next ride.